Good day, voters of Shasta County. I'm here to discuss Measure J, a 1.5% sales tax increase on a countywide basis in Shasta County for 5 years. The purpose of this measure is to provide jail facilities that our Board of Supervisors has failed to do so over the last 25 years. This is a dedicated funding mechanism. It does not go to any other sources. It does not go to the general fund. It does not go to wages or pension benefits, nothing. It's exclusively for jail facilities. And because of that, it requires a 2/3 vote, which is a high standard, but I think the way things are going on in this county, I think the voters will approve of it. It specifies the construction of a 200-person jail work camp. Now, the work camp will be on Clear Creek Road. The county already has 20 acres down there. The utilities, some are there, some will have to be brought in. And this will be a prefabbed arrangement with metal buildings. They're insulated, have heating and air conditioning. And they will probably have an EMT on duty, as well as private guards. These will not be government paid or government employees. The work camp will allow some people to go to work and then spend the night there. And that's their punishment. We used to have that at the regular jail, but they don't have it anymore. 25% of the beds at the work camp will be rented out to other counties. And this will also help pay for the running of the camp. This could be constructed in 1 to 2 years easily. Once the plans are laid out, you can have the buildings designed and popped down, and they will be approved by the state because they'll be modeled after buildings, modular buildings that the state has at their own prisons. The work camp will produce products. They aren't going to go out and cut bushes like the fire crews, because that's a necessity. It also doesn't produce any income. So to run a 100-person fire camp costs $2.3 million. And a lot of that is transportation costs and state employees. Again, you're paying Department of Forestry, Department of Corrections, and the Department of Corrections guards are extremely well paid. So this is going to be a private consideration, not a government. It won't have government employees. The work camp will be a level 1 camp, minimum security. But under state law, if someone escapes the work camp, they automatically get 1 year in state prison. Unless, of course, there's an emergency situation. For instance, they were in a car wreck, or they couldn't get back from the work release program for some medical reason. In producing products, some of them might be drywall made out of diatomaceous earth, and crushed lime, which is available in this county. It could also be concrete railroad ties. So we want the camp to make money and be a minimum liability to the taxpayers. The second part of Measure J is a 100-person adult rehabilitation center, and that will be located on Bresler Lane, next to the existing, what was the annex, jail annex. There is a farm there, and the people there will be under mental health care professionals. Again, a level 1 facility, minimum security. When they take off, they're going to go to prison. But that will have to be figured out jointly between the sheriff's office and the mental health people on the exact need for the jobs at that facility. Again, we'd like to keep that as a private correction facility. At the jail itself, if you haven't been to the building, there are 2 courtrooms, 1 and 2 on the entrance level. I would say what's called, used to be Yuba Street, but now it's West Street, Yuba Street, side where the courtrooms are. And number 2 is used extensively for processing people. And so it's heavily used, but number 1 is not heavily used. And it's basically lawyers arguing their points for certain motions. This is designed to be bunk facilities for the jail. It's never been converted. The initial estimate was $2.6 million. I would say it would probably be close to $6 million now. And I'll go back a moment to the adult rehab center. The estimated cost of that is $20 million. And without structural drawings, it's probably going to be more. So we'll deal with that. So courtrooms 1 and 2 become a 120-bed jail facility. There has been some design of it already. The courtrooms will be moved to another building that will be constructed nearby. And they'll have to basically have some sort of conduit to get over from the jail to the courtrooms. That facility will be designed with a kitchen in mind, that once the new courthouse on Court Street is built, the building will be converted to a kitchen for the jail. This frees up the kitchen area in the basement of the jail, leaving for another 66 beds. And Les Melberg has already done the design on the changeover of the basement to bed space. The cost, again, was $1.2 million. I can easily say doubling of that would be probably necessary. Then the final item that is specified on Measure J is drawings for a proposed jail tower next to the existing jail. Now they have, they don't have the details, the schematic drawings haven't been done. And that one is not nailed in. If you look at all the other facilities, 200-person jail work camp, that's got to be done. 100-person adult rehab center, that's got to be done. Conversion of courtroom 1 and 2 to 120-bed jail facility, that's got to be done. Constructing temporary courtrooms 1 and 2, that's got to be done. And but the drawings are not specified, so that may be something that doesn't get a lot of work done. But that'll be taken care of when it has to. We don't want to give the supervisors a lot of leadway, because they'll spend it on, who knows, putting metal fish in the middle of the freeway or some other stupid act. What's called Measure JJ is the accompanying funding measure. It could end up being Measure K, but just to keep life simple, that's why I named it JJ. The county of Shasta, including the cities of Reading, Shasta Lake, and Anderson, will impose an additional 6% transient occupancy tax on motel rooms, hotel rooms, guest houses, vacation rentals, overnight RV facilities, campsites, and houseboats exclusively for the operation of all jail-related facilities indefinitely. So this is an additional motel tax upon any other motel taxes that any entity, the counties or the city, already have. And excuse me, that may some may say that will drive off tourists, but it's unlikely that a $2 tax on your room is going to make you drive to Chico. Most of the people who stay in Reading is a stopover town. They're on a longer trip. They're tired. They want to go to sleep. And this covers a lot of temporary overnight facilities that are not covered by the existing transient occupancy tax, which is the motel tax I refer to. It covers guest houses and vacation rentals. There's a number of these that haven't been taxed in the past. Overnight RV facilities, you're going to spend a couple nights in Reading in your trailer, you're going to pay tax. Covers campsites and houseboats. And I believe the houseboats have never been charged a TOT tax. So all those together are going to bring about $3.5 million to run the jails. And again, it's exclusively for running the jails. Will that cover all the cost? And the answer is unknown, because we have to come up with private contracts for the jail work camp, private contracts for the adult rehabilitation center. The conversion of courtrooms 1 and 2 to 120-bed jail facility, basically bunk beds, that cost will probably be 4 more officers at the jail. So that cost can be predicted out at around $400,000, maybe even less. Again, the basement will be included in that cost because they have to have some more video monitoring, and you can only give the officers, the correction officers who are monitoring the facility, so many pods to look at. So there, and these things are all set out in law. Actually, the manning of the new jail, the facilities within the jail building, are the least expensive because everything's centralized there. They have television cameras on down in the central clearing area, and the process is very regimented. Okay, the jail is level 1, or excuse me, level 3. The jail work camp is level 1. The adult rehabilitation center, level 1. The others are within the jail are all level 3. So these are the plans I've submitted to the Board of Supervisors. The county, the city councils also have these the language of Measure J and JJ within their mailings, and it's up to the Board of Supervisors. 3 votes. We need 3 votes to put it on the ballot. I think people are fed up with the crime situation in Reading. You can put more cops on the street like Anderson did, but if you can't put them away, it doesn't serve any purpose. This provides 400 new beds of jail facilities. That should be enough, I hope, but it's the beginning of changing things in this town. So contact your county supervisor. They're in the phone book or online. Email your county supervisor, or email all of them is even better, and tell them to support Measure J and put it on the ballot. Okay, we can't let this go on forever. You know, the animals are running the zoo, and that has to stop. So if you want things changing in Shasta County, you must ask your supervisor to put Measure J and JJ on the ballot. Thank you.